Hello friend, welcome back to Power Stroke Maintenance. Thank you for checking out this video. Today I'm going to be talking about why you should consider running a DPF cleaner and some of the pros and cons of running that. Now before I get into that, I would ask that anyone who has an opinion about trucks being deleted or not deleted, please do not share that on this channel. I do believe in the right to repair, and I believe we should be able to modify our vehicles, but as far as I'm concerned, deleting is federally illegal, and so I would rather not get anyone else in trouble who wants to share about their deleted truck, and I don't want to get myself in trouble, so I'm just not going to talk about that subject on this channel. So just wanted to get that out of the way. Thank you very much for your cooperation. So now from my perspective, there really isn't a con to running a DPF cleaner. I guess the price and the cost of having yet another additive to run in your tank and then having to remember when to add it, to mix it in with the fuel and all that stuff could be considered a con, but typically diesel particulate filter cleaners, the bottle, you just add it to your tank once every 5,000 to 10,000 miles and it takes care of it, and they're usually only $20 to $30. So not a huge cost, but it definitely is yet another maintenance item you have to take care of, and so in my opinion, that's one of the cons, is that it's just, again, something else you have to worry about if you're planning on running a truck that has a DPF on it. Okay, so the first reason you might want to consider running a DPF cleaner is longevity. The DPF catches ash and soot from the combustion process of your engine, and over time it can get gummed up and clogged and reduce its lifespan. You also will be less and less able to completely clean the DPF with a regen cycle if you're not running some sort of additive. And so in order to keep your DPF clean, it's super important to run some sort of detergent that will go in and clean the DPF, and this will keep it running properly and will also increase its lifespan. And those DPFs are not cheap. They're $3,000 to $4,000 just for the DPF, and then you need all the sensors and all that garbage, and you need to pay someone who knows how to install it to install it. So to keep all of that very far away from you, you could just run these detergent cleaners, and you'll have a fairly maintenance-free emissions system by doing that. The second reason, and probably the best reason to run an additive in your emissions system and adding it to your fuel that's specific for cleaning the DPF, is performance. So over time, when that soot and ash builds up in the DPF, if the regen doesn't completely clear it, you get back pressure. Now, we already get enough back pressure from the DPF being on there as it is, and I will reserve my thoughts on that for another time, but by running an additive, you do keep the veins and the filter in the DPF clear of soot and ash. When it does a regen, it will thoroughly clean it with those high-powered detergents from the additive, the Diesel Particulate Filter cleaner that you're running, and you reduce the amount of back pressure on the engine and hence increase performance of the engine by allowing all that hot exhaust gas to exit with the least amount of restriction possible. And last but not least, this is the third reason you should consider running a DPF cleaner additive, is just to avoid the costly repairs. I already mentioned in the previous clip that when you have a DPF on your vehicle and it gets clogged, or you have to get it professionally cleaned, or God forbid you have to replace the entire DPF, it's thousands of dollars. A new DPF, like I said, is around $3,000. Avoid that. Do this easy maintenance, spend the 20-25 bucks, every 6 months, get the cleaner, put it in. It'll improve your fuel economy. It'll make sure that the DPF is free and clear of debris. If you have a check engine light, try one of these additives. I'll link to my favorite below, and they also actually happen to sponsor the channel. You should definitely try it out. The additive is Arch Oil AR6400D. It is their diesel DPF additive cleaner. Just don't take my word for it. Go onto their Amazon store or go onto their website and look at the reviews. And there's been tons of people who have had check engine lights on with DPF problems who used their treatment and it cleaned out their DPF, and they didn't have to replace the DPF or go get a costly service. So avoid high costs. Check out Arch Oil. They are sponsoring this channel. They are giving anyone who buys with my code 10% off your entire purchase. The code is PSM10, so PSM10 will get you 10% off your order of Arch Oil, and try their AR6400 cleaner. It cleans the turbo, it cleans the injectors, it cleans the DPF, and it's one of the few additives that actually has detergents that survive the combustion process and target the DPF. So a lot of other diesel additives out there are great for, you know, increasing lubricity and the cetane rating of your diesel fuel, but they don't actually clean the DPF. And so I would highly recommend you check this out. All right, friend, that's gonna do it all for me. Thank you very much for checking out this channel. I appreciate you spending your time watching my video, and I look forward to the next time we get to chat about Power Strokes and truck stuff. In the meantime, be sure to subscribe and comment below. I'd love to hear what DPF cleaner you use, and we'll see you next time. Cheers.